everyone. Today I want to talk to you about what I'm working on, the current business opportunities, and what I'm working on. So this is Monday on my Runpreneur blog, and on Mondays I'm going to be giving you updates on my current business activity, why I'm doing it, thought processes behind it, results, all that type of stuff. So hopefully this will be useful for you. So, business opportunities, there's quite a lot that I'm working on at the moment. I'm not going to go too much on the past, but those of you who know me will know very recently I was joint owner of systems and outsourcing, and I've decided to step away from that for various reasons, which again I'll go into more detail and dissect in a future episode. But as a result of those best part of 3 years in systems outsourcing, I've developed a real love for marketing, online marketing in particular, and that's led to lots of new opportunities that I'll talk to you about what I'm pursuing now. Well, firstly, there's my existing business, which is my property business, which is I'm reducing the size of it by selling some of the less profitable, low equity properties. I'm selling a block of flats as well, which was the disastrous commercial to resi conversion we did, which will lose me a fair amount of money, but it's a massive distraction, and it's one of those investments that you just want to cut your losses. So I'm working on a sale of 9 flats. I'll go through and dissect that deal with you in more detail on a separate episode. I'm coming away from HMOs. I've got 40 odd HMOs, but I've unearthed a new strategy. And again, there's a lot of cliffhangers I leave in these vlog episodes, but with having to do an episode every day for a year, you don't want to go too deep on specific subjects each day. You want to just cover what you're going to talk about and hold the next level down. We'll be going into detail on other topics for future episodes. So apologies for that, but there's a huge amount I'm going to be publishing over the next year. So the HMO strategy. I've managed to unearth a strategy where I can generate HMO rents utilising a single tenancy or single net occupancy layout. So it's no fire safety, no council schedule works. I can even rent them unfurnished, no utility bill liability, no council tax liability, minimal maintenance, minimal tenant disputes. So the list of positives goes on and on. So I'm currently partway through converting all of my HMOs, but I'll probably be left with a handful. I'll leave in the existing format based on the layout of the property. But I'm partway through converting HMOs back to single occupancy on the basis of resource and management and how much, in terms of profitability, you might get slightly higher HMO level of rent, but when you take all the costs and deductions you have to come off that from running HMOs, this new strategy is far more profitable from a bottom line figure. So I'll talk to you and dissect that strategy in more detail in another vlog. So that's going on at the moment. I've also said I'm disposing of some of the portfolio in the northern areas of the business. I'm based in Cambridge, so anything that's within an hour of me will be stuff that I look to keep. The vast majority of the other stock that's scattered all over the country, I'll be looking to dispose of, just to consolidate the portfolio, pay the debt down, and have an unencumbered portfolio, maybe 20 to 30 properties at the end, which will be the goal at the end of that tunnel. So then we come on to the online business, and this is where it gets exciting. I mean, systems outsourcing, we obviously learn so much about systemising a business, how to outsource effectively. Really love that business, and I'll be bringing all the knowledge that I've developed over the last 3 years into my new opportunities. But the new opportunities, and there's quite a few of them, and this is one of the main reasons for doing this vlog. So I'll start with the vlog first. Basically, I think I've mentioned before, Russell Brunson, someone I follow very, very closely. he states that if you published content in just one of the three forms, that's video, audio, or the written word, you did it every day for a year, money and opportunities will never be a problem again in the future. So I thought, morning, I just thought I'd test it. And in my style of operation where I love a challenge, I'm testing it. So I'm going to publish for every day for at least a year. I may continue if it gets enough following enough demand. I might stop, but I'm going to commit to doing it for a year. Coincide that with my running goals, with the lack of events going on at the moment due to COVID. My current running goal is to run every day for a year, minimum 5k. If I get injured, I'll try and walk. So I'll try and make sure I get the mileage done, whatever. And I'm going to keep you updated on the results. And actually, as of today, I'm a week ahead in my recording, so I've got a little bit of leeway should I miss publishing for a day. I can pick up one of the backlog recording episodes I've done. So I started this last Monday. But the first one's going out today. So it's really exciting, a bit nervous, not sure how it's going to go. But my goal, I'm normally quite specific, use SMART goals wherever possible. I think if you're not familiar with SMART, it's specific, measurable, actionable. I can't remember what R is, it might be, can't remember what R is, and T is time specific. But it's ultimately make specific goals. If you leave them too vague, you can convince yourself that you can achieve one when you haven't. So I'm normally very key at doing SMART goals, but in this instance, it's purely just to get published content out there for a year. What comes of it, they may turn into more specific SMART goals moving forwards, but I don't know. This can be hated, this vlog. Nobody watches it, but as I said, worst case, I've kind of accepted in my mind that it's a legacy that I'm documenting, and my kids can actually watch this in the future and see what I did in business, why I did it, see the decision I made, and see the reasons for doing it. So it certainly won't be a worthwhile exercise regardless of the outcome. So that's Runpreneur, and the reason I'm doing it in this side of things recording is that it's merging the two passions in my life, entrepreneurship and running. So it's a good fit. It's a very niche topic. I'm hopeful that there's lots of entrepreneurs out there that run, which I know there is. So it might not be as niche as I think it is, but I want to mix with these like-minded people and build a network, even just for support infrastructure and help one another. That's something that I've always wanted to do. So that's Runpreneur. Then we move back into the opportunity that I'm proceeding with my new business partner, Jack Wicks. And in actual fact, it was quite an easy decision to make. Morning, because with Jack, we'd already started a joint venture opportunity when I was involved in systems and outsourcing. But at the time, it was systems and outsourcing that had half of that partnership. The issue was that it was spreading ourselves too thinly, and ultimately we couldn't progress the JV with Jack as much as we would have liked because of all of the workload we had involved in systems and outsourcing. So when the separation was in process, one of the things was discussed was I would take this opportunity with Jack and take it away from systems and outsourcing and build it up independently with Jack. So it was a win-win because A, it's property based, which is where the bulk of my business experience comes from, and B, it was already a business that had been set up and was already generating income, not a huge amount, but it's the foundations are there to really scale it up and grow. So with Jack, after sitting down and thrashing out the format and how we're going to do it, we've identified kind of three core focuses, and there'll be possibly some development ones in the pipeline as well. And when I say the three core ones is Jack's a rent-to-rent specialist. So those of you that are not familiar with rent-to-rent, it's the process of basically renting or taking over the management of a property under a management agreement and then renting it out independently. Now, you're not doing a management, typical lettings management structure, because you would actually be paying the landlord or the letting agent, whoever was advertising it originally, the full market rent or whatever figure you negotiate, and then whatever you then rent it out for under the management agreement, above the cost of the rent is going to be the profit you make. So it's not like a percentage management fee typical letting agent charges. So, and a typical use case for this would be a lot of people doing rent to HMO or rent to service accommodation as the higher cash income generating strategies. You're paying single let rent on a property, converting it to a higher income generating strategy, and then you can often make quite considerable profit by doing that. So Jack's a bit of an expert in rent to rent and low money down. So when I say low money down, the process of taking control or ownership of properties with little or no money. And Jack's got this. We'd already set up an online course and a coaching program to teach people low money down, predominantly rent to rent, but more into moving into lease options, installment contracts, and other, creative strategies, completely legit and above board, but giving people the education so that they can build themselves their own mini property empire without having to have huge amounts of capital. And the other opportunity we've seen here is Jack. He's a bit younger than me. He would say he looks very much younger than me, purely based on the number of grey hairs I have these days. But I would argue with that. But Jack appeals to a slightly younger demographic, and all of your competitors out there are predominantly targeting, well, not directly, might not be directly targeting, but the typical consumer base or the target market is normally older people who are looking to build their property businesses. There's a huge amount of people in the younger demographic that a lot of people will write off thinking they don't have the money, but what they do have is the hunger. And when they've got the hunger, they often find a way to find the money. And procrastination, in my experience, isn't such a big issue for the younger demographic as it is for some of the older people. They can just get up and get cracking with it. So that's we're going for that kind of market. We obviously won't be ignoring the older demographics, and of course we have clientele in that category as well. But just in terms of, initially who we're going to be focusing on is the younger, due to Jack's following. In addition to that, when we're doing this, we're going to be sourcing our own rent-to-rent deals and building a separate property empire of our own rent-to-rent opportunities that will be using our new HMO rents for single let occupancy strategy. So that's really, really exciting, and using all of the sourcing tools that Jack has developed and stuff that I've done as well. I've done several rent-to-rents in the past as well, so I've got my own strategies there to help with that. And the third one is to sell rent-to-rent deals to investors. And we've been very cautious in this approach before, because generally sourcing companies will often sell crap, if I'm being brutally honest with you, and it can be unethical, charge a lot of money, and it's a bit of a shark tank. Now, reputation is everything in this industry, so in full transparency, we're going for anything that has a net profit before tax of 600 quid plus is what we're going to hold, and anything that sits between 500 and 600 quid is what we'll sell to our investor market. And when I say that, is we'll fully set up this isn't a sales pitch, I'm just trying to make it very transparent what we're doing, and we'll fully set up the property, get the tenants lined up, ready to move in, everything. So at the point in time it's handed over to the investor, it is a fully performing property at that level. So 500, 600 quid. And if they're, for example, putting in, if you're factoring out over the course of a year, 500 quid profit is going to be best part £6,000. So if they're paying maybe £3,000 or above, at the bottom level it'd be £3,000. If the investor's paying £3,000 a deal, it's 200% return on investment. They get their money back in 6 months. So I think it's pretty profound. And these contracts are traditionally 3 years minimum. So that's what we're doing from the deal packaging side of things. But we're very, very cautious in this approach because, like I said, I've seen people do this and do it wrong in the past, and their reputation just goes under immediately. Reputation is everything in this business. So not just in this business, but my reputation is the most important thing to me, and that's why I'm so nervous about this vlog. But again, pushing myself outside my comfort zone. So that's the three options. The final one, one of the final ones in future development, is that we then form a management arm. I mean, I obviously have, at my peak, I had 96 properties. 90% of those are under management internally. So I have all the systems and processes To do this, just need to tweak it for new areas, but it's not within the realms of possibility. We can then start a letting agency as well to manage this type of deal, to make it fully hands-free for investors. A little bit of work to be done there. That's why it's in the pipeline and not something we're launching now. But that's the thought process in the future. We're also got loads of ideas on how we're building out the education business, so the online course, coaching, group coaching, one-to-one mentorship. How we can build that out and make it truly remarkable is what we're working on as well. And finally, we've also got some discussions with some other people about bringing stuff to the table that we can promote through our online marketing systems and processes. So really exciting to have some other opportunities there that we can potentially tap into as well. So lots and lots of stuff going on. In terms of goals, we want to get the Property Empire business, which hosts Property Empire Education, which is the online training, Property Empire Builder, which is the portfolio or the deals packaging business, and Property Empire Holdings, which is the rent-to-rent portfolio that we're building. Target is to get that to 25k each recurring monthly revenue for the two business owners, myself and Jack. So that's 50k clear. It's quite a big target to hit, but I think with what we've got some pretty, clear goals and clear targets and clear actions on how we're going to achieve that. So every Monday I'll give you an update on where we're up to. Today's a massive day because it's the launch of a Runpreneur vlog. You'll be seeing my first episode that I recorded a week ago today, and really excited to see how that goes, because I think also with Jack posting every day as well, and myself, we should have different groups of demographic that will be following each of us. The opportunities that will come from that could be really exciting as well. So, but in my typical mantra, I work smart, not hard, find the path of least resistance. I'll be looking to systemize all these opportunities as quickly as possible, so that I can get them running independently without my involvement. I'm quite a long way away from that at the moment. Always my focus has been is to take on project-based work. I don't want to take on any new jobs. I take on a project, get it systemized, get it set up, put the infrastructure, the people, the data, systems and processes in place,